What if the stories you thought you knew were hiding secrets that could change the way you see the world? Mythology is more than just tales of gods and heroes. It's a treasure trove of hidden meanings, untold truths, and surprising twists that have shaped cultures for thousands of years. Today, we're diving into the shadows of these ancient stories to uncover 20 secrets that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew. From the tragic transformation of Medusa to the deeper meaning behind the Trojan Horse, these myths hold layers of wisdom, mystery, and intrigue that have been overlooked for centuries. By the end of this video, you'll not only discover these hidden gems, but also see how they connect to the human experience in ways you never imagined. So, are you ready to unravel the mysteries of mythology? Let's begin. Now, turning to the first secret, let's uncover the true identity of Medusa. Most of us know her as the monstrous gorgon with snakes for hair and a gaze that turns people to stone. But what many don't realize is that Medusa wasn't always a monster. In fact, she was once a beautiful priestess of Athena, devoted to the goddess of wisdom and warfare. So, what led to her terrifying transformation? According to the myth, Medusa caught the attention of Poseidon, the god of the sea, who pursued her relentlessly. When Athena discovered that Medusa had been violated in her temple, she punished her by transforming her into the creature we know today. But this story is far more than a tale of divine punishment. Medusa's snake hair and petrifying gaze symbolize the loss of her humanity and the power she gained in her monstrous form. Her story reflects themes of power, victimhood, and the consequences of divine wrath. It's a reminder of how myths often explore the complexities of human emotions and the blurred lines between victim and villain. Medusa's tale challenges us to look beyond the surface and question the narratives we've been told. What do you think? Was her transformation a punishment, or did it give her a form of power she never had before? Let's keep this question in mind as we move forward to the next secret. Now, turning to the second secret, let's explore the hidden meaning behind Pandora's box. Most of us are familiar with the story of Pandora, the first woman created by the gods, who was given a mysterious box and told never to open it. But when curiosity got the better of her, she lifted the lid, unleashing all the evils into the world: pain, sickness, greed, and despair. Yet, what many forget is that Pandora's box also contained one last thing: hope. This myth is often seen as a cautionary tale about the dangers of curiosity, but it's much deeper than that. The story reflects the duality of human existence, how suffering and hope are intertwined. The evils released from the box represent the inevitable challenges of life, while hope serves as the light that keeps us going, even in the darkest times. It's a reminder that no matter how difficult life becomes, hope is always present, offering us the strength to persevere. Pandora's box isn't just a story about a mistake, it's a profound exploration of the human condition. It asks us to consider how we navigate the balance between despair and hope, and how we find meaning in the face of adversity. So, as we reflect on this myth, let's ask ourselves, how does hope shape our own lives, and what role does it play in our ability to overcome challenges? With this in mind, let's move forward to uncover the next secret. Now, turning to the third secret, let's uncover the real reason Zeus became the king of the gods. While many know Zeus as the mighty ruler of Mount Olympus, his path to power was far from straightforward. It began with a fierce battle against the Titans, the ancient and powerful beings who ruled before the Olympian gods. Zeus, along with his siblings, waged a 10-year war known as the Titanomachy, a conflict that reshaped the cosmos. But what's often overlooked is the cunning strategy Zeus employed to secure victory. He didn't rely solely on brute strength. Instead, he formed crucial alliances. One of the most significant was with the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, who provided Zeus with his iconic thunderbolt and unmatched strength in battle. These alliances were key to tipping the scales in his favor. Zeus's rise to power wasn't just about defeating the Titans, it was about outsmarting them. His story reflects timeless themes of leadership, strategy, and the struggle for dominance. It shows us that true power often lies not just in strength, but in the ability to forge alliances, make calculated decisions, and adapt to challenges. As we reflect on Zeus's journey, we're reminded that leadership is as much about wisdom and foresight as it is about authority. So, what can we learn from Zeus's rise to power? How do his strategies resonate with the challenges we face in our own lives? With these questions in mind, let's move forward to reveal the next hidden secret. Now turning to the fourth secret, let's explore the deeper symbolism hidden within the myth of the Minotaur's labyrinth. At first glance, the labyrinth might seem like a simple maze designed to trap the fearsome Minotaur, but its meaning runs much deeper. The labyrinth serves as a powerful metaphor for the human mind, a complex, twisting network of thoughts, fears, and desires that can feel impossible to navigate. Just as the labyrinth confounds those who enter, our own minds can often feel like a maze of confusion, especially when we confront our inner demons. The Minotaur, the monstrous creature at the heart of the labyrinth, represents these inner struggles, our fears, insecurities, and the darker aspects of ourselves that we often try to avoid. Theseus, the hero who ventures into the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur, embodies the courage it takes to face these challenges head-on. His victory isn't just about defeating a monster, it's about overcoming the obstacles within ourselves. The thread given to Theseus by Ariadne, which guides him out of the labyrinth, symbolizes the tools and support we need to navigate our own mental and emotional mazes. This myth reminds us that the journey of self-discovery is rarely straightforward. It's filled with twists, turns, and moments of doubt, but with determination and the right guidance, we can find our way through. So, what does the labyrinth mean for us today? How can we apply the lessons of Theseus's journey to our own lives? As we reflect on this timeless story, let's consider how facing our own Minotaurs might lead us to greater self-awareness and growth. With this in mind, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret. Now turning to the fifth secret, let's delve into the untold story of Achilles' heel. Most of us know the tale of Achilles, the mighty Greek warrior whose only weakness was his heel, but there's far more to this myth than meets the eye. Achilles' heel isn't just a physical vulnerability, it's a profound symbol of human imperfection. Even the greatest heroes, those who seem invincible, have their flaws and limitations. This myth reminds us that no one is truly invulnerable, no matter how strong or skilled they may appear. The story of Achilles reflects the inevitability of mortality, the idea that death and weakness are inescapable parts of the human experience. It's a humbling reminder that even the most extraordinary individuals are, at their core, human. The fragility of Achilles' heel also speaks to the idea that our greatest strengths can sometimes be tied to our greatest weaknesses. For Achilles, his near invincibility came with a price, a single point of failure that ultimately led to his downfall. This duality is something we all face in our own lives. We may excel in certain areas, but there's always a part of us that remains vulnerable. The myth of Achilles' heel challenges us to confront our own imperfections and to recognize that they don't diminish our worth or our achievements. Instead, they make us more relatable, more human. So, what can we learn from Achilles' story? How can we embrace our vulnerabilities while still striving for greatness? As we reflect on this timeless myth, let's consider how acknowledging our own heels might lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. With this in mind, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret. Now turning to the sixth secret, let's uncover the hidden agenda behind the Trojan horse. Most of us are familiar with the tale of the giant wooden horse used by the Greeks to infiltrate the city of Troy. But there's much more to this story than a simple act of trickery. The Trojan horse wasn't just a clever ruse, it was a masterstroke of strategic and psychological warfare. The Greeks, after years of failing to breach Troy's impenetrable walls, realized that brute force alone wouldn't win the war. Instead, they turned to deception, exploiting the Trojans' overconfidence and their belief in their own invincibility. The horse, presented as a gift, was a symbol of surrender, but it carried within it the seeds of destruction. This myth isn't just about the dangers of deception, it's a cautionary tale about hubris, the excessive pride that blinds us to potential threats. The Trojans, convinced of their superiority, underestimated their enemies and failed to see the danger lurking within the horse. Their downfall serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of arrogance and the importance of vigilance. The story of the Trojan horse also highlights the power of psychological manipulation. The Greeks didn't just outsmart the Trojans, they played on their emotions, their sense of victory, and their trust. This aspect of the myth resonates even today, as it reminds us that battles are often won not just through strength, but through cunning and understanding the weaknesses of others. So, what can we learn from this ancient tale? How can we guard against the pitfalls of overconfidence and the dangers of underestimating those around us? As we reflect on the Trojan horse, let's consider how humility and awareness can protect us from falling victim to our own hubris. With this in mind, let's move forward to explore the next hidden secret. Now turning to the seventh secret, let's delve into the mysterious origins of the phoenix, a creature that has captivated imaginations across cultures for centuries. The phoenix is often depicted as a magnificent bird that bursts into flames at the end of its life, only to rise again from its own ashes. This powerful symbol of rebirth and renewal has resonated deeply with people throughout history, appearing in myths from ancient Egypt to Greek and Roman traditions, and even in Eastern cultures like China. The phoenix represents the eternal cycle of life, death, and regeneration, reminding us that even in the face of destruction, there is always the potential for new beginnings. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix was associated with the sun god Ra, symbolizing the daily rising and setting of the sun and the promise of a new day. For the Greeks, the phoenix became a metaphor for immortality and the enduring spirit, often linked to themes of hope and resilience. What makes the phoenix so fascinating is how its story has been adapted and reinterpreted across different cultures. In Chinese mythology, the phoenix, or Feng Huang, is a symbol of harmony and balance, often paired with the dragon to represent the union of yin and yang. This universal appeal of the phoenix speaks to its timeless message of transformation and the human desire to overcome adversity. The myth of the phoenix also serves as a reminder that endings are not always final. They can be the start of something new and even more powerful. So, what does the phoenix teach us about our own lives? How can we embrace its message of renewal in times of struggle or loss? As we reflect on this enduring symbol, let's consider how the story of the phoenix inspires us to rise again, no matter how many times we fall. With this in mind, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret. Now turning to the eighth secret, let's explore the darker side of Hercules' labors, a story often celebrated for its heroism but layered with moral complexities. Hercules, known for his incredible strength and bravery, was tasked with completing 12 labors as penance for a crime committed in a fit of madness. While these labors are often portrayed as heroic feats, a closer look reveals troubling ethical dilemmas and acts of violence that challenge the traditional narrative of Hercules as a flawless hero. For instance, one of his tasks was to slay the Nemean lion, a seemingly noble act to protect the people. However, this labor also involved the destruction of a creature that was simply following its nature, raising questions about the morality of such actions. Similarly, the labor to capture the golden hind of Artemis required Hercules to harm a sacred animal, an act that angered the goddess and blurred the line between heroism and sacrilege. Another controversial labor was the cleaning of the Augean stables, which, while seemingly harmless, involved diverting rivers and causing environmental disruption on a massive scale. Perhaps the most morally ambiguous of all was the labor to retrieve the cattle of Geryon, a task that led to the slaughter of Geryon and his herdsmen, raising questions about the justification of violence in the pursuit of glory. These labors force us to reconsider Hercules' legacy, not just as a hero, but as a figure whose actions were often driven by necessity rather than virtue. They remind us that even the greatest heroes are not immune to moral ambiguity, and that the line between right and wrong can be blurred in the pursuit of greatness. So, what does Hercules' story teach us about the complexities of heroism? How do we reconcile the darker aspects of his labors with the admiration we hold for his strength and determination? As we reflect on these questions, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret. Now turning to the ninth secret, we delve into the heart-wrenching tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, a story that transcends time with its exploration of love, loss, and the human spirit. Orpheus, a gifted musician whose melodies could charm even the gods, fell deeply in love with Eurydice, a nymph of unparalleled beauty. Their love was pure and boundless, but tragedy struck when Eurydice was bitten by a venomous snake and died. Overcome with grief, Orpheus resolved to do the unthinkable, descend into the underworld to bring her back. Armed with nothing but his lyre and his love, he ventured into the realm of Hades, where his music softened the hearts of the dead and even moved the god of the underworld himself. Hades agreed to let Eurydice return to the world of the living, but on one condition: Orpheus must not look back at her until they had both reached the surface. Filled with hope and fear, Orpheus led Eurydice through the dark passages of the underworld, his heart pounding with every step. But as they neared the light, doubt crept in. Was she truly following him? Could he trust the gods to keep their word? In a moment of weakness, Orpheus turned to gaze at Eurydice, only to watch her vanish forever, pulled back into the shadows of the underworld. This tragic moment captures the essence of their story, a testament to the power of love, the agony of loss, and the fragility of human perseverance. Orpheus's failure to resist looking back reminds us of the limits of human will and the devastating consequences of doubt. Yet his journey also symbolizes the lengths to which love can drive us, even in the face of insurmountable odds. So, what does this myth teach us about the nature of love and loss? How does it reflect the eternal struggle between hope and despair? As we ponder these questions, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret, where another layer of mythology awaits. Now turning to the 10th secret, we explore the timeless myth of Sisyphus, a story that has captivated thinkers and storytellers for centuries. Sisyphus, a cunning king, was known for his cleverness and deceit, but his actions ultimately led to his eternal punishment. The gods condemned him to roll a massive boulder up a steep hill, only for it to roll back down each time he neared the top. This endless cycle has become a powerful metaphor for the human condition, symbolizing the struggles and challenges we all face in life. At first glance, Sisyphus's punishment seems like a tale of futility, a reminder of the relentless and often repetitive nature of our efforts, but beneath the surface lies a deeper wisdom. Sisyphus's story is not just about the struggle itself, but about how we respond to it. His eternal task forces us to confront the question: how do we find meaning in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles? The myth invites us to consider the value of perseverance and resilience. Even though Sisyphus knows the boulder will roll back down, he continues to push it upward, embodying the human spirit's refusal to surrender. This act of defiance, this choice to keep going despite the odds, is where the true lesson lies. It's a reminder that life's challenges are not always about achieving a final victory, but about finding purpose in the journey itself. Sisyphus's story also speaks to the importance of acceptance. By embracing his fate, he transforms his punishment into a form of liberation. He finds meaning not in the outcome, but in the act of striving, teaching us that sometimes the struggle itself is where we discover our strength and resilience. So, what can we learn from Sisyphus's eternal task? How does his story inspire us to face our own challenges with courage and determination? As we reflect on these questions, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret where another layer of mythology awaits. Now turning to the 11th secret, we uncover the stories of the forgotten goddesses of mythology, those powerful yet often overlooked figures who played vital roles in shaping the myths we know today. While names like Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera dominate the spotlight, there are countless other goddesses whose contributions are just as significant, yet they remain in the shadows. These lesser-known deities offer us a richer, more nuanced understanding of ancient cultures and their values. Take, for example, Hecate, the Greek goddess of magic, crossroads, and the night. Often depicted with torches in her hands, Hecate was a guardian of boundaries and a guide for those navigating life's transitions. Her role as a protector of travelers and her association with the moon highlight her connection to the mysteries of life and death. Then there's Eris, the goddess of strife and discord, whose actions famously sparked the Trojan War. While her reputation may seem negative, Eris embodies the chaos that often precedes transformation, reminding us that conflict can sometimes lead to growth and change. In Norse mythology, we find Sif, the golden-haired goddess associated with fertility and the harvest. Though she is often overshadowed by figures like Thor and Odin, Sif's story is deeply tied to the cycles of nature and the sustenance of life. Her golden hair, famously stolen by Loki, symbolizes the abundance and vitality of the earth. These goddesses, though lesser known, carry profound lessons and symbolism. They remind us that mythology is not just about the heroes and the main characters, but also about the quieter, yet equally powerful forces that shape the world. Their stories invite us to look beyond the obvious and appreciate the diversity of roles and attributes that define the divine feminine. So, what can we learn from these forgotten goddesses? How do their stories enrich our understanding of ancient myths and the cultures that created them? As we reflect on their unique contributions, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret where another layer of mythology awaits. Now turning to the 12th secret, we delve into the cosmic symbolism of Yggdrasil, the Norse world tree, a towering figure in mythology that connects the 9 realms of existence. Yggdrasil is not just a tree but a profound symbol of the interconnectedness of all life, serving as the axis around which the universe revolves. Its roots stretch deep into the underworld, its trunk rises through the mortal realm, and its branches reach high into the heavens, binding together the realms of gods, humans, and spirits. Each of the 9 realms, from Asgard, the home of the gods, to Midgard, the world of humans, and even Hel, the realm of the dead, is linked by this immense tree. Yggdrasil represents the delicate balance of the universe, where every realm depends on the others for harmony and survival. The tree is also a place of wisdom and transformation. At its base lies the Well of Erd, where the Norns, the fates of Norse mythology, weave the destinies of all beings. This connection to fate and time underscores Yggdrasil's role as a bridge between the past, present, and future. But Yggdrasil is not without its struggles. It endures constant challenges, from the serpent Nidhogg gnawing at its roots to the deer and goats that feed on its leaves. These trials symbolize the ongoing cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal that defines existence. Yggdrasil teaches us that life is a web of connections, where every action ripples across the cosmos. It reminds us that balance is fragile and must be maintained, and that even in the face of chaos, there is a deeper order that sustains all things. So, what does Yggdrasil reveal about the ancient Norse worldview? How does its symbolism resonate with our modern understanding of interconnectedness and balance? As we reflect on the profound lessons of the world tree, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret where another layer of mythology awaits. Now turning to the 13th secret, we uncover the hidden truth about Loki's motives, one of the most enigmatic figures in Norse mythology. Loki is often portrayed as a trickster, a shapeshifter, and a bringer of chaos, but his role in the myths goes far deeper than mere mischief. At his core, Loki is a catalyst for change, a figure who disrupts the established order and forces the gods to confront their own flaws and limitations. His actions, though often destructive, serve a greater purpose. They challenge the status quo and push the boundaries of what is possible. Loki's duality is central to his character. He is neither wholly good nor entirely evil, but a complex blend of both. He aids the gods in times of need, such as when he helps Thor retrieve his stolen hammer, yet he also engineers their downfall, as seen in the events leading to Ragnarok, the end of the world. This duality reflects the unpredictable nature of life itself, where creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin. Loki's motivations are equally complex. While he often acts out of self-interest or spite, his schemes also reveal a deeper desire to expose hypocrisy and challenge authority. For instance, his role in the death of Baldur, the beloved god of light, is not just an act of malice but a stark reminder of the god's vulnerability and the inevitability of fate. Loki's actions force the gods to confront their own mortality and the fragility of their power. Yet, despite his chaotic nature, Loki is also a source of innovation and transformation. His cunning and resourcefulness often lead to unexpected solutions, as seen when he helps the gods outwit their enemies or secure powerful artifacts. In this way, Loki embodies the idea that change, though often painful, is necessary for growth and renewal. So, what does Loki's character reveal about the Norse understanding of chaos and order? How does his role as both a trickster and a catalyst reflect the complexities of human nature? As we unravel the layers of Loki's motives, let's move forward to explore the next hidden secret, where another fascinating aspect of mythology awaits. Now turning to the 14th secret, we delve into the profound and mystical teachings of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, a text that has fascinated scholars and spiritual seekers for centuries. Far more than a mere collection of spells or rituals, this ancient manuscript served as a guide for the soul's journey through the afterlife, offering insights into the Egyptian understanding of death, rebirth, and the eternal nature of existence. At its core, the Book of the Dead was a roadmap for the deceased, providing instructions on how to navigate the challenges of the underworld and achieve eternal life. It was believed that the soul, or Ka, had to undergo a series of trials and judgments before it could reach the afterlife. One of the most famous scenes depicted in the text is the weighing of the heart ceremony, where the heart of the deceased is measured against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was found to be pure and free from sin, the soul would be granted passage to the field of reeds, a paradise of eternal peace and abundance. But if the heart was heavy with wrongdoing, it would be devoured by the monstrous Ammit, condemning the soul to oblivion. This concept of moral accountability reflects the Egyptian belief in the importance of living a virtuous life, as one's actions in the mortal world directly influence their fate in the afterlife. Beyond its practical guidance, the Book of the Dead also contains profound philosophical teachings about the nature of existence. It emphasizes the cyclical nature of life and death, mirroring the daily journey of the sun god Ra, who dies each evening and is reborn each morning. This symbolism underscores the idea that death is not an end but a transition, a necessary step in the ongoing cycle of creation and renewal. The text also highlights the interconnectedness of all things, as the deceased is encouraged to identify with various gods and cosmic forces, merging their individual identity with the greater universe. So, what can we learn from the Egyptian Book of the Dead about the human quest for meaning and immortality? How do its teachings on morality, rebirth, and cosmic unity resonate with our modern understanding of life and death? As we uncover the layers of this ancient text, let's move forward to explore the next hidden secret, where another timeless myth awaits our discovery. Now turning to the 15th secret, we uncover the hidden symbolism of the Greek fates, known as the Moirai. These three sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, were believed to control the thread of every mortal's life from birth to death. Clotho spun the thread, Lachesis measured its length, and Atropos cut it, marking the end of life. This imagery of weaving and cutting threads symbolizes the inevitability of destiny, a force that even the gods could not escape. The Moirai were not just passive observers, they actively shaped the course of human lives, embodying the idea that certain events are fated to occur, no matter what choices individuals make. Yet, their stories also reveal a fascinating tension between free will and predestination. While the fates determined the overall trajectory of a person's life, individuals still had the freedom to make choices within that framework. This duality reflects a profound philosophical question: to what extent are our lives shaped by forces beyond our control, and how much agency do we truly have? The myth of the Moirai invites us to consider the balance between accepting the inevitable and striving to shape our own paths. As we reflect on the role of the fates, let's move forward to explore the next hidden secret, where another timeless myth awaits our discovery. Now turning to the 16th secret, we delve into the myth of Icarus, a story that has captivated audiences for centuries as a timeless warning about the perils of unchecked ambition. Icarus, the son of the master craftsman Daedalus, was given wings made of feathers and wax to escape imprisonment on the island of Crete. His father warned him to fly neither too close to the sun nor too close to the sea, as the sun's heat would melt the wax and the sea's moisture would weigh down the feathers. Yet, overcome by the exhilaration of flight and the desire to soar higher, Icarus ignored his father's advice. He flew too close to the sun, the wax melted, and he tragically fell into the sea. This myth is often interpreted as a cautionary tale about the dangers of overreaching and the consequences of ignoring wise counsel. It serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of balance between ambition and humility, between daring and caution. Icarus's story resonates deeply because it reflects a universal human struggle, the tension between our aspirations and our limitations. It challenges us to dream boldly, but also to recognize the boundaries that keep us grounded. As we reflect on Icarus's fate, we are reminded that true success lies not in reckless pursuit, but in finding harmony between our ambitions and the wisdom to temper them. With this lesson in mind, let's move forward to uncover the next hidden secret, where another profound myth awaits our exploration. Now turning to the 17th secret, we uncover the hidden layers of the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known stories in human history. This ancient Mesopotamian tale follows Gilgamesh, a powerful but arrogant king, and his transformative journey alongside his loyal friend Enkidu. Together, they embark on a series of adventures, battling monsters and seeking glory, but their bond is tested when Enkidu dies, leaving Gilgamesh to confront the harsh reality of mortality. Stricken with grief, Gilgamesh sets out on a quest for immortality, determined to escape the fate that awaits all humans. His journey takes him to the ends of the earth, where he encounters Utnapishtim, the only man granted eternal life by the gods. Through their conversations, Gilgamesh learns that immortality is not the answer to his suffering. Instead, he discovers that the true meaning of life lies in the connections we forge, the legacy we leave behind, and the acceptance of our finite existence. The Epic of Gilgamesh resonates deeply with modern audiences because it explores universal themes: friendship, loss, and the search for purpose. It reminds us that while we cannot escape death, we can find meaning in the relationships we nurture and the impact we have on the world. Gilgamesh's story is a timeless reflection on the human condition, urging us to cherish the moments we have and to live with intention. As we reflect on this ancient tale, let's move forward to explore the next hidden secret, where another fascinating myth awaits our discovery. Now turning to the 18th secret, we delve into the fascinating role of animals in mythology, where creatures often serve as powerful symbols of natural forces and human traits. Across cultures, animals have been revered, feared, and woven into the fabric of mythological tales, each carrying profound meanings that transcend their physical forms. In Hinduism, for example, the cow is considered sacred, embodying purity, nourishment, and the divine motherly energy of the earth. This reverence reflects the deep connection between humans and the natural world, emphasizing the importance of harmony and respect for all living beings. Meanwhile, in Norse mythology, the wolf holds a dual significance. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, represents chaos and destruction, a force that even the gods fear. Yet, wolves also symbolize loyalty and strength, as seen in the companionship of Odin's wolves, Jerry and Freki, who accompany the All-Father in his eternal quest for wisdom. These contrasting roles highlight the complexity of human emotions and the balance between order and chaos. Similarly, in Egyptian mythology, the falcon-headed god Horus embodies the sky, power, and kingship, while the jackal-headed Anubis guides souls to the afterlife, representing transformation and the mysteries of death. Animals in mythology often act as mirrors, reflecting our deepest fears, aspirations, and the natural world around us. They remind us of our place within the larger tapestry of life, urging us to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. As we uncover the symbolic significance of these creatures, we gain a deeper understanding of the myths they inhabit and the timeless lessons they impart. With this exploration of animals in mythology, let's prepare to uncover the next hidden secret, where the stars and celestial wonders take center stage in our journey through ancient tales. Now turning to the 19th secret, we uncover the hidden connection between myths and astronomy, where ancient stories and celestial wonders intertwine in fascinating ways. Across cultures, myths have often been used to explain the mysteries of the cosmos, blending storytelling with observations of the night sky. For instance, in Greek mythology, the constellation Orion is said to represent a mighty hunter, immortalized in the stars after his death. His story not only entertains but also serves as a way to map the heavens, guiding ancient travelers and farmers who relied on the stars for navigation and seasonal cycles. Similarly, the Pleiades, a cluster of stars, are tied to the myth of seven sisters who were transformed into stars to escape the pursuit of Orion. This tale reflects the human desire to find meaning and order in the vastness of the universe. In Norse mythology, the aurora borealis, or northern lights, was believed to be the shimmering armor of the Valkyries, warrior maidens who guided fallen heroes to Valhalla. This celestial phenomenon was both awe-inspiring and deeply symbolic, connecting the heavens to the fate of mortals. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, the sun god Ra was central to their cosmology, representing the cycle of life, death, and rebirth as he traveled across the sky each day. The alignment of the pyramids with certain stars further highlights how astronomy and mythology were intertwined in their culture, serving both spiritual and practical purposes. These stories reveal how ancient civilizations used myths to make sense of the cosmos, blending imagination with observation. By exploring these celestial connections, we gain insight into how our ancestors viewed the universe and their place within it. As we prepare to uncover the final secret, we'll see how these ancient myths continue to shape our modern world, bridging the past and the present in unexpected ways. Now turning to the 20th and final secret, we explore how ancient myths continue to shape modern culture, leaving an indelible mark on literature, art, and entertainment. These timeless stories, born from the imaginations of our ancestors, still resonate deeply with us today, offering insights into the human experience that transcend time and place. In literature, myths serve as a rich source of inspiration, with authors drawing on their themes and characters to craft compelling narratives. For example, the hero's journey, a concept rooted in myths like those of Hercules and Odysseus, has become a foundational structure in modern storytelling, appearing in everything from epic fantasy novels to blockbuster films. Similarly, the tragic tale of Orpheus and Eurydice has inspired countless retellings, from operas to contemporary novels, each exploring the enduring themes of love, loss, and the limits of human perseverance. In the world of art, mythological figures and symbols continue to captivate creators and audiences alike. Paintings, sculptures, and even digital art often reinterpret ancient myths, blending traditional imagery with modern perspectives. The story of Medusa, for instance, has been reimagined in feminist art as a symbol of empowerment and resistance, challenging the way she has been historically portrayed. Even in entertainment, myths play a central role. From the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which draws heavily on Norse mythology through characters like Thor and Loki, to video games that incorporate mythological themes and settings, these ancient stories provide a framework for exploring complex ideas and emotions. Beyond their artistic influence, myths also offer profound insights into the human condition. They remind us of our shared struggles, aspirations, and fears, connecting us to the past while helping us navigate the present. By examining how these ancient tales continue to shape our world, we gain a deeper appreciation for their enduring relevance and the timeless wisdom they offer. As we conclude our journey through these 20 secrets, it's clear that mythology is not just a relic of the past, but a living, breathing force that continues to inspire, challenge, and enlighten us in countless ways. Now, turning to the conclusion of our journey through these 20 hidden secrets, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound insights we've uncovered. From the tragic transformation of Medusa to the cosmic symbolism of Yggdrasil, each myth has revealed layers of meaning that go far beyond their surface stories. These ancient tales are not just entertaining narratives, they are mirrors reflecting the complexities of human nature, the struggles of power, the inevitability of fate, and the enduring power of hope and resilience. By exploring these secrets, we've seen how myths serve as timeless guides, offering wisdom that remains relevant across centuries and cultures. They remind us of our shared humanity, connecting us to the past while helping us navigate the challenges of the present. As we close this exploration, I encourage you to think about the myths that resonate most with you. What lessons do they hold for your own life? Which stories have left a lasting impression on you? Share your thoughts and favorite myths in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspectives and continue this conversation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden secrets of mythology, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exploration into the fascinating world of ancient stories. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, keep uncovering the secrets that shape our world.